Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akim. It's your brother Raza Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and blessings unto the hopeful, sincere elect. Now, as of lately, coming into the time of these major prophecies, the end of this Edomite society, and a lot of videos are coming out, brothers doing, apostles and elders and brothers on down, doing videos on basically Esau shenanigans and skullduggery, doing the transatlantic slave trade, man, and how these devils, hold themselves not guilty, but the laborers that they hired, basically, which is kept back by fraud, as it tells you in the book of, is it the Habakkuk? No, James, the 5th chapter, Salakia, which I'm going to read, tells you that it's kept back by fraud, the laborers that they hired, which was basically chattel slavery, free labor, which these devils, accumulated their wealth through the transatlantic slave trade, man, from the, early 15th, 16th century, man, as early as that. So these devils got hell to pay, man, and, it says that this new book, written by the Black Enterprise, Salaki, if I'm not mistaken. It says a new book reveals how the US stole $600 billion from so-called black Americans, which really are the tribe of the Southern Kingdom of the House of Judah, the Negroes, American Negroes, West Indians and so-called Haitians today, the Southern Kingdom. It said that they made $600 billion from so-called black Americans through the unfair tax post-slavery. This is after slavery, so after the Civil War in the 1800s, 1865, so-called Emancipation Proclamation, which is all, just a transfer of slavery from, chattel slavery to digital slaves with social security numbers, basically, from the south to the north. Unfair tax post-slavery, man. So this devil made all that wealth, over $600 billion, man. And that's just the Southern Kingdom, how they, enslaved the Southern Kingdom. What about the Northern Kingdom? Because Jeremiah 15:33 says that the children of Israel and the children of House of Judah, basically, were both persecuted together, man. They were oppressed together. By who? One common denominator is the so-called white man, biblically known as the Edomites today, through the transatlantic slave trade. So these devils got hell to pay, man. $600 billion, free labor. This is a new book is set to unravel how the US stole $600 billion from black Americans. Because it was Jake that built this fucking society up, man. And we receive no account for our labors, as it tells you in the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, man. We receive no account for our labors. So these devils got hell to pay, man. I just wanted to point that out, because there's a lot of docus coming out, basically, on documentaries and all of that, of all the skullduggery Esau did, during slavery and post-slavery, man. When Jake was, so-called coming up, trying to make, a better way for themselves in society, with the Black Wall Streets and all that, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all these different things, different situations. Even a new documentary, Apostle Elder Tahar, was referencing regarding Louisiana and the situation that happened over there. Jake was, doing well for themselves post-slavery, and Esau, for one way or another, got in there and shut their shit down, man, shut their society down, because Esau's the devil. It says Jeremiah 50:11, it says, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage. Who's the destroyers of the Lord's children's heritage? The sons of Israel, the sons and daughters of Israel, the so-called white man. He stole their heritage, man. He stole their land, and he stole their nationality, and now he's running around a bunch of small hat rats in the Lord's land, claiming something that's not theirs, claiming a heritage that's not theirs, man. The destroyers of the Lord's heritage, because ye grown as fat as the heifer. When did they grow as fat as the heifer? During the transatlantic slave trade. That's why they accumulated over $600 billion, man. And that's just over here in America. You're not talking about the US. It says at grass. I mean, you're not talking about the UK and Europe. It says at grass as bellows as bulls and bellow as bulls. So these devils got, slavery was a cash cow for these devils, man. They made themselves fat as the heifer, as it says here. They got their pockets fat. All the stolen riches and raw resources that they got accumulated over that time period, man. even to this day, man. Because the Lord said that these devils gonna vomit out the riches that they stole. So I was watching a new documentary as well, funny enough, by Michael Palin, and it's called Michael Palin's The Edomite Devil. Michael Palin in Nigeria, or visits Nigeria, and in that series, in that episode, there's only 2 episodes I've seen so far, he goes into the fact that over the history of the transatlantic slave trade in different parts of, from Benin and all that, the slave ports and different parts in Nigeria, where basically Jake was catching hell over the West Coast, and how these devils made themselves, rich through the British Empire, man. The British Empire, the colonizers of the earth, started with these Edomites, man. The conquistadors, the British Empire, so-called royalty at that time. These devils got accumulated all that wealth, man. They made $600 billion over there in the US. How much did they make in England? In Europe. So these devils, because the transatlantic slave trade was worldwide. Jake was getting shipped left, right, and center, man. Like commodities, basically. Chattel slavery, man. So these devils have got hell to pay, man. There's no way they're gonna escape. And since I'm in that same chapter, might as well jump down to verse 33 because I quoted it earlier. Baruch Shah. It says, Jeremiah 15:33, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Even to this day, we are yet this day in our captivity. You got the 12 tribes that are scattered around North, South, and Central America, man. We are yet this day in our captivity. The prey departeth not, and all that, as it tells you in the book of Nahum. So these devils, they're gonna pay, man. There's no way these devils are getting off scot-free. Because even when I was watching that documentary with Michael Palin, he was acting like he didn't have nothing to do with the fact that the stolen inheritance. They stole a people from another land and enslaved them. He was acting like he had nothing to do with it, when it was your forefathers that did that, and you are your forefathers coming back. So you devils are gonna pay. Said he felt ashamed to be British and all that. Selling wolf tickets, basically. Though they sought carefully with tears. But these devils gonna have to pay, man. No other way, shape or form, but you devils gotta go into slavery for 1,000 years, man, and get a taste of your own fucking medicines, man. Excuse my French. Getting a bit irate right now, but this is what happens when you watch them slave documentaries and these docu-series and all that. It roused the spirit up, man. Because these devils gotta pay, man. They're acting like they did nothing wrong. Like what they did wasn't inhumane. They did inhumane acts, man. They're treating people like animals, less than animals, and they think they're gonna sail off into the sunset with their new world order. The Lord's got something else for you devils, man. You're gonna pay, and you're gonna pay with your own blood, since thou hast not hated blood. Pursuant to the scripture here, Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Yeah, you devils have had a perpetual hatred against Jacob, because we're your twin brother Jacob, but not identical twins, paternal twins, man. Because you came out looking all deranged, you came out looking all misformed, basically, or basically looking like a leper, basically, man. This curse of leprosy, to show the seed of the wicked on the earth. But Jacob came out looking normal like everyone else that was on the planet Earth at that time, like his parents, different shades of brown. But Esau came out as an anomaly, man, because the Lord wanted to mark that man of sin. He wanted that man of sin to be revealed in his time. So because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Yeah, you're supposed to let up on us, but you never, man. You further the affliction. So how the hell are you not gonna pay for all these atrocities, man? And for the simple fact that we're still in your hands to this day, and you made your whole wealth, your whole empire based off free labor, man. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sif thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Yes, you're gonna get a taste of your own medicine, man. You devils are gonna have to pay, man. So this is not our word, it's the Lord's word, man. This is the Lord's doing. And we're gonna, execute the judgment written, because that's the judgment that's written. You know, we're going to be proud to execute that judgment written as well. When we hem you devils up, starting with your wicked elite leaders and all that, you know, and put them into slavery, man. Put them bolts of iron around their necks and then their arms and feet, like you did to us. Put yokes of iron around you, man. You and your children, your spouses and all that. You're gonna get you're gonna learn what slavery is all about. Firsthand, man. This is James 5 and go straight to the point in verse 4. It says, behold, the hirer of the labourers, which is who? Slavery, Jake in slavery, who have reaped down your fields. It says, who, which is of you kept back by fraud. You see? So these devils, they made their whole wealth off the backs of slaves working for free, man. Something like $600 billion worth. So-called black Americans, man. You know, and this is post-slavery too. This is unfair taxes post-slavery, man. So you devils, man, there's no excuses for you, man. There's no way in hell you devils are going to escape the hand of the Lord. The Lord said he will not at all acquit the wicked, man. You know, he was not going to acquit you devils, man, no matter what, how much you cry, or how much you weep, or how much you, lament and all that. You're going to pay, man. You know, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. It says, behold, the hirer of the labourers who reap down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, free labour, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, which is who? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the Lord of armies, man. Tazabah in the Hebrew, man. The Lord of armies, Sabaoth. So the Lord is hearing the cries of his saints, man. And that's why you devils ultimately are going to pay. He says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth. Yeah. Free labor, man. Accumulating over $600 billion. That's living in pleasure, man. It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton, undisciplined. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Yeah. And you're starting with, your wicked elites. They're going to be, put into slavery and they're going to get slaughtered, and their offsprings too. They're going to be in chattel slavery and they're going to be getting slaughtered left, right and centre like they did to us. And they're going to be putting that work in the field, man, to build up the Lord's kingdom. It says, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Yeah, because we had no power, man. The Lord said that no one was going to buy us, meaning no one was going to save us, man, until Yahweh Shai returns, which he's coming in these last days. He's coming to redeem his elect, man, from the four winds of the earth, and to put those that put us into captivity, into slavery, man. Give them a taste of their own medicine, man. Yep, that's it, man. That's why the Lord said, be patient. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and the latter rain, man. So the Lord is the ultimate avenger, man. And vengeance burneth in his heart, He said, be also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Yeah. So that's it, man. That's why we just got to sit tight and patiently wait, man. But that day's coming, man. The Lord is the ultimate avenger, and he's coming to avenge his elect. Isaiah 14 and 21, the last precept I got here, says, prepare slaughter for these children for the iniquity of their fathers. Yeah, like Michael Palin was there talking shit, acting like he was remorseful. He said he couldn't believe what his people did, the British was doing. There's atrocities and all that. He feels sorry. Man, the fuck with that crocodile tear shit. You devils are going to pay, man. Real reparations is us putting your asses in slavery. Like while I was watching that whole documentary, I was I was just imagining them capturing him and putting yokes of iron around his neck and around his arms and his feet, and then shipping him off wherever they wanted to, put him on a plantation to work, man. That's what I was envisioning when I was watching that docuseries, Michael Palin in Nigeria, because he was just, he was just going through the different lands, like to say, he had more authority than the Nigerians that's in that land, which the Nigerians, majority of them come from the Southern Kingdom, man, the house of Judah, the children of Judah and all that. So, but Esau was acting like, he was just a globetrotter and he had more rights to travel through the land than the actual people that's been occupied, the actual people that's in the land, So these devils, they're proud, man. But their day is coming, man. The day of the oppressor is going to cease real soon, man. And they are going to go into slavery, no matter what these devils, trying to avert from, justice, the course of justice. Your ass is going into slavery. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Yeah, so your time is up, Esau, Edom. You got to pay, man. The punishment of our iniquity has been accomplished, those sons of sons of Israel. So roughly paraphrasing from Lamentations 4:21. But now, you Edomites, you got to go into that. You got to get a taste of your own medicine, man. You got to find out what transatlantic slavery is really all about, firsthand, man. Getting shipped around the earth on cargo slave ships like a bunch of sardines in tin cans, man. You're gonna see how you feel, how you like them apples, man. Damn devils. But anyway, with that, I want to close out. Give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakha Kodash, and Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect, man.